and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another full review. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. Excuse me. All my returning viewers, you know how we do, so we're a little dry for this one, so yeah, there might not be too many laughs. Maybe just not from you, but definitely from me. So today's full review is going to be of the Egan's. I swear that's not me being blurry. Why isn't it? There we go. Bonder's Blend Irish Whiskey, coming in at 40% alcohol by volume, 750 milliliters. Give you a good look at the backside. Here we go. Rupert Egan. So, here we are. Coming up on St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, I got some of the more of the Irish bottles sitting behind this one. This is the second to last one of these in the run. Ooh, it's almost on the nose. I'm getting kind of a perfume, like a floral perfume. That's weird. And it's gone now. Maybe it just needed to off-gas a little bit longer. So, here we are at the full review. We drink it down to the midway section. We hold off. Give it a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Destiny will tell us when to go. I'll go online, and today is going to be a prime example of how to find next to nothing but opinions. Now, I love opinions. Everyone should have an opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion because you're listening to mine. Okay? So I went online, got next to nothing coming back, but here we are. We're going to do the review. We're going to talk about it. We're going to drink it. I'm going to score it, and then we're going to continue to drink it because part 3, final pour, is on its way. We got to drink these bottles down, my friends. We got to drink them down. I'm planning on having these reviews up on, St. Patrick's Day. That's going to be my St. Patrick's Day special. I'm going to release all the full reviews, all of them, right at once. St. Patrick's Day. So if you're watching this, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, that really went well. Anyways, so I did find out that they use ex-bourbon barrels to mature this Irish whiskey. Of course, you saw the 1852. What they didn't tell you is that this is from Tullamore. Yeah, it's from the people who make Tullamore. I couldn't find out whether or not to verify that it was actually distilled in their distillery, but it definitely says that this is the company that owns that. So Mr. Randy paid just under $28 out the door. It is 40% alcohol by volume, and that's it. I told you, next to nothing on this one. So on the nose, let's go back to it now that it's had a little more time to. That perfume sort of, that perfumeness went away, but there's still a little bit like a floral, honey, heather. There's not a whole lot of that ex-bourbon barrel coming out of this. It's very light. It seems like it might be a little sweet, a little spicy, but it's extremely light. It's almost like that artificial sweetener they put in the gum. I think I've already said this a couple times on these other bottles. Well, they all do come from the same, the group that's selling it or whatever. I do believe that these whiskeys are sourced. Thought I heard someone knocking at the door. Like I said, I do believe these whiskeys are sourced by this company. Don't have any information on that. All I know is that all the bottles that are being showcased for the months of March here, all these Irish whiskeys, they come from the same person. They might come from the same distributor. I did get all of these from Total Wine and More. And there's nowhere else you can get these, as far as I understand. The Kavanaugh. Yeah, I think these are all Total Wine and More exclusives. I'm not too sure about a couple of them, but they all do come from Total Wine and More, and I have not seen them anywhere outside a Total Wine and More. So let's get this first acclimation pour out of the way. Sorry, palating. Ooh, hold on. Yes. There's that. I'm kind of winded. I just came back from my my walk and then my workout. They've got a half decent little fitness center here. Yeah, I got all the hard part out of the way. Now it's time for the reward. So, yeah, immediately on the palate, I'm getting that artificial sweetener that comes from like that gum back in like the 90s. The nosing has definitely changed. I think it changed, got a little weaker from off the rip. Changed just slightly on some of the characters. I think some of them got weaker while the other ones kind of got not necessarily stronger. But because some of the more prominent characters have sort of softened, those undertoned characters have been able to shine through. So let's go ahead and get this next palating on there so we can really see what it has to say. Okay, so yeah, we had to let that breathe just a little bit more when we poured it, and that floral perfume character went away. The initial palating gave me pretty heavy on that artificial sweetener character, which was, I don't like some of those memories. We'll do one more and then we'll hit the finish. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, come on. Shh, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. There you go. Sorry about that. Had to put the crying baby to sleep. Bruh. Okay. I forgot to give you a look at the glass. Almost forgot about that. It's got legs. They're long and almost the exact same size. It's kind of weird. But let's go ahead and do that finish, shall we? There's a little bit of a bitter sourness that comes in right at first, and it just runs right to the back. Now my sinuses are starting to block up. There's a storm coming in. That's what it is. We're having our second storm in a couple days. About 48 hours ago, we had our first one. It rained a lot. This one's going to be a hell of a lot meaner. Not as wet, but it's going to be seriously mean. I went out earlier when I was out doing my walk. I saw the clouds rolling in. It looked like a scene out of a movie. Lightning everywhere. I can't hear it yet, which is odd. Should be able to hear it by now. There's a little bit of tingliness pretty much all over the mouth. Cheeks, gums, lips, even the tongue. All relatively round about a 1 out of 5. The heat, or the little, the heat is on the back is probably trying to push it too, but I don't think it's going to make it. It's got a pretty mild, the flavor is sort of, it kind of rushes in with all the other characters and that slightly sour, sickly sourness, excuse me. And that kind of went out pretty fast. And right behind it followed anything that was probably good on that palating. I don't know. I really think maybe this one was best on the first half of the bottle. That's kind of strange. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It is drinkable. That's for sure. It is drinkable. I just wish a few of those characters were not there. I wish a few of it, how it sways a little bit on that finish. It comes in strong, hard, goes out pretty fast, and then everything, the effects and everything kind of rush in behind it. The palating was a little bit better than the finish. The nose, weak, really weak now, halfway through. So, I guess there it is. Hello, Mr. Randy, editor, Mr. Randy, editor-in-chief. Yes, sir, I like that. Editor-in-chief here, Mr. Randy. I forgot to do the score. So, we're going to splice that in here, okay? So, there it is. I'm going to give it a score. It kind of fell apart in the middle. For the price, under 20 bucks, out the door, 40% Irish. The flavors were messy all over the place. I'm not expecting the finish on this, on the final pour of this, to go any better. So I'm gonna give it a score of a weak 3 out of 5. A weak 3 out of 5. My fair price for this, I would say closer to $15 would be more reasonable, in my own opinion. Would I purchase this again? No, I would not. So there it is. Editor-in-chief, out. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you liked it so much and you want to see more and you don't want to miss one, go ahead and subscribe. Why not? But most importantly, do me a favor in the comment section. Tell me where you're at. What are you drinking? What's going on in the world of libation around you? And I'm going to go flush my sinuses. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. The jury's still out on this one. Sorry. Come in for the final pour.